Okay, so now this is castling kingside, right? So we have a circle, and then a dash, and then another circle. That is castling kingside. If we castle queenside, it's 3 circles instead of 2. So it's circle, dash, circle, dash, circle. So kingside is 2 circles, queenside is 3 circles. Does everyone get that? Okay. Now let's go to the last thing in notation that we need to learn. And that is how we say a promoted piece. Actually, no, we actually have a few more things we need to look at. So, to promote a piece, we say where the pawn is moving and what piece you changed it into. So, this pawn on c7, right? c7. If it moves to c8, you say c8, and then you say equals, so c8, that's where the pawn moved to, equals, so the equals is like what you're changing it into, and then you write the symbol for the piece that you changed it into. So right now, we just changed the pawn to a queen, right? So we say the pawn moved to c8, and then it changed into a queen. So we say c8 equals queen. If we made a knight, it's c8 equals n, a bishop c8 equals b, or c8 equals r. So those are how to say promotion, right? And let's say this is this happens, okay? Now let's say you had this position, right? And you're promoting. So let's say you capture the knight and promote. So how do you guys think this would be written? So the pawn is going to e8, it's capturing, and then it's changing into a queen. How do you think this will be written? This is a bit of a tricky one. Does anybody have a guess? So we know that to say capture, it's an X, right? Lowercase x. We know that we have to try and move the pawn to d8. So the way that this would be said is e. So the e pawn, right, is taking to d8, right? It's x, d8, and then it's changing into the. So the e pawn is taking on d8 and is changing into the queen. So now you might be wondering, why are we using this e? Because I said that there was no symbol for the pawn. But what you do is you use the file that the pawn is on. So you see that this pawn is on the e file, right? So then you say that this pawn on the e file is taking onto d8, it's changing into a queen. Alright, now there's two more things, check and checkmate. So to say check, what we do is we just use a plus. So it's a queen went to h5 and it gave a check. That is the plus sign. And for checkmate, it is going to be a hashtag like this. That is checkmate. So now this is a lot to remember, so that's why it's important to watch the recording so you can uh like make note of these things. But yeah, so we've learned about capturing, promotion, check, checkmate. And then just how to move the piece symbols, and then how to just move the, like, how to say each square, right? Okay. So now let's go to, I'm just going to open this feature on chess.com. It's called Vision, right? Just going to go here. And what this does is you can basically try and find where you think that it is, right? So, let's just start. So it's asking for H7. So does anyone know where H7 is? Okay. Uh, format. Let me actually change this 1 second. This is a bit difficult. Okay. So it's asking for this bishop to go to G8. Alright, so where is G8? So it's on the G file, then we go 8, right? So this bishop to G8. Now, this usually doesn't work like in a group. It's better if you do this at home, right? So you can just like go click the square. So like king f3, king goes there, rook h8 goes there, knight f8 goes there. Just like this. It's much easier at home. So if you guys could try, this will be some homework. So if you have I think I do you all have chess.com? If you don't, just raise your hand in the Google Meet. If you could raise your hand in the Google Meet, then okay. So Sanjeevi, Ian, is that it? Okay, so two people. Oh, and Aryan. Okay. All right. So I'll show you just how to get chess.com. So chess.com is basically like it's just a free chess learning software. That's what I use. So it's just chess.com. I'll just send the it's this, right? And if you can ask your parents to go to this website and create an account cuz it's completely free. Uh you need a username password and make sure to remember that username and password. What you do is after you log in, you can go to these three dots and then click on features. It'll say vision. And then just start. So that will be your guys' homework for tonight, the rest of this week. Just try to do like 5 minutes of this every day. It's really easy and simple. So first get an account and then use this vision feature for a bit. And next class, we are gonna start looking at the tactics. And tactics is like I'm just gonna show you guys a bunch of positions, then you guys have to find checkmate in one move or checkmate in two moves, like that. All right? Okay. So yeah, Sanjeevi. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. So just like create this position. 1 second. So it's check and then you block, right? Now if I move a different piece, let's say you don't capture, right? You cannot move this pawn. And we'll learn what this is later. But for now, yeah, it's called a pin. But we'll learn what that is later. But yeah, you just can't move a pawn if there's like a king in check behind it. Okay, so yeah, just remember to create a chess.com account, go to Vision, and then just practice this for like 5 minutes a day, just to like get better at like knowing like from now on I'll probably say like instead of saying queen moves over here, right? I'll say queen h5 because it's much faster and simpler. So make sure you guys know this for next week, because we're gonna learn about tactics, and tactics have a lot of notation in them. All right. So does anyone have any questions? All right then. So nobody has any questions. This will be the end of class, and I will see you guys next Monday, and I'll make sure to send the recording to everyone. Bye.